So, ladies and gentlemen, with the New York Rangers and Tampa Bay playing a great semifinal series for a chance to skate for the Stanley Cup, we're looking at many aspects of what made the Rangers a solid contender this year. And of course, a lot of that is due to the head coach, Gerard Gallant. Now, a lot of people know Gerard Gallant as a tremendous coach in junior and pro, but today we're going to be talking mostly about how he built a solid NHL career before becoming a major coaching star. Now, the 5'10", 190-pound left winger played 11 seasons in the NHL, primarily for the Detroit Red Wings. He also had a short stint with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, he was born in the beautiful P.E.I. capital of Summerside. Excuse me, not capital, but one of the key cities. And he grew up near a local ice rink and was often found sweeping the stands with his buddies in exchange for extra ice time. Gallant has had the nickname Turk since he was 3 or 4 years old. He stated that when he first got to the NHL, a lot of guys also call him Spuddy because of Prince Edward Island's reputation as the potato capital of Canada. While playing for the Summerside Crystals of the Maritime Junior A Hockey League at the age of 16, he had 60 goals and 115 points in just 45 games. Now, as a junior, he played for 3 teams in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League: the Sherbrooke Castors, 81-82, the Saint Jean Beavers in 83, and the Verdun Juniors also in 83. He also served as team captain during his following year in juniors. After his first junior campaign in 81, he finished as runner-up to Claude Varey in voting for the 1981 Michel Bergeron Trophy as the QMJHL's Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now, Gallant was eventually drafted by the Red Wings in the 81 NHL entry selection, 6th round, 107th overall, and probably one of the best 6th-round pick of the decade. He made his pro debut with the Adirondack Red Wings of the AHL in 1983. At the age of 19, he was the youngest regular on the roster. Spending the full 84 season in the minor leagues, he finished with 31 goals, 64 points, and 195 penalty minutes in 77 games. Now, he split the 85 season between the AHL and NHL, making his Detroit Red Wings debut against the Islanders on January 22nd, 85. In his first game, he scored against Billy Smith in the second period of a 5-4 Detroit victory that snapped a 12-game Red Wings winning streak. In the second game, of course, the noted battle against Rangers forward Bob Brook. Now, Gallant opened the 86 season as a full-time regular with the Red Wings. However, in the December 11 game against Minnesota, he suffered a broken jaw during a fight with Dirk Graham. Gallant's jaw had to be wired shut for 6 weeks, causing him to miss 6 weeks of contests. When he returned, he sported a football-style face mask on his helmet. He ultimately appeared in 52 games with 20 goals and 39 points with 106 minutes and penalties. Unfortunately, he was part of a bad incident on November 26, 86 between Toronto and the Red Wings. During a scrum in front of the Leafs net, he accidentally cut the face of Borje Salming with his skate blade after Salming had been knocked down. The injury required facial surgery and more than 200 stitches to Salming's face. Now, Gallant's career took off after Jacques Demers was hired as the Red Wings bench boss in 86. In the next 4 seasons, he averaged 36 goals, 80 points, and 235 penalty minutes. While he never played in the All-Star game, he was named to the NHL All-Star second team for the 89 campaign. Injuries, mostly to his back, caused Gallant to miss 30 games over the 91 season. In March 91, he was forced to undergo surgery to remove a bone spur from his back, causing him to miss the rest of the regular season and the playoffs. He returned to the Red Wings as a full-time regular for the 92 season and also for 93. He provided his usual physical presence and finished with a plus 16 and plus 20 plus-minus rating, but was unable to duplicate his scoring prowess, and the Wings did not offer him a contract to return. Now, on July 22, 93, he signed a free agent contract with the Lightning. He played in 51 games with them in 94, along with 16 games for the Atlanta Knights. Now, on October 23, 95, he signed a free agent with Detroit Vipers of the IHL and was off to a good start with 2 goals and assists in 3 games. However, on November 5, 95, he suffered a career-ending back injury in practice and was forced to retire at the age of 32. Gallant finished his NHL career with 211 goals in 615 games as a left winger for the Red Wings and Lightning, and he also scored 18 playoff games. Now, Gallant's tenure internationally allowed him to play for Team Canada at the '89 Worlds under head coach Dave King. Playing alongside Red Wings teammate Steve Yzerman, Gallant had scored 2 goals and had 3 assists in 8 games as the Canadians won silver. Now, despite his smaller stature, he was considered mostly a power forward during his time in the Red Wings, similar to the great Kevin Dineen. Now, playing on the Red Wings top line alongside Steve Yzerman and either Probert or Paul McLean, he was among the team leaders in both goals and penalty minutes. Gallant's '89 line of 39 goals, 54 assists, and 230 penalty minutes was the first of its kind in NHL history, only matched by Kevin Stevens in '92 and Rick Tocchet in '93. Detroit's coach at the time, Jacques Demers, said he thought Gallant's penchant for fighting was the only thing holding him back from a 50-goal season. Now, he had 17 fights in '87, 19 in '88, and 10 in '89. Gallant was also a very popular teammate and served as an alternate captain alongside Bob Probert, Rick Zombo, or Steve Chasseau. He served as acting captain while Steve Yzerman was recovering from injury in March of '88 through May 5th of that year. Now, former Wings head coach and later Ottawa Senators scout Nick Polano said of Gallant, he was a tough kid, a tough competitor, and I tell you, he was a blank to play against. Now, awards and honors and various celebrations. He again debuted against the Islanders in '85, NHL All-Star second team in '89 with Detroit, goals leader Detroit in '87 with 38, penalty minutes leader in '89 with 230, playoff games goals leader in '87 with 8, penalty minutes leader for Detroit in the playoffs in '89 and 1989 with 40. Again, first goal against Billy Smith, played in the game against his idol Mike Bossy. He also scored his first NHL penalty shot when he beat Brian Hayward during the third period of Detroit's October 16, '85 game versus Winnipeg. Now, numerous injuries over the years which caused him to miss parts or most of seasons. But what was Gallant's also claim to fame was a series of suspensions in the 1990 season. The first one was a 5-game punishment for slashing the rugged Gart Butcher during Detroit's October 7 game versus Vancouver. He also sat out games from October 19 to 28, returning on November 1st versus the Flyers. However, 2 months later, he ran into more trouble when he suspended 3 games for hitting linesman Jerry Bateman during Detroit's January 13, 1990 game versus Minnesota. The incident stemmed from the Red Wings' anger at referee Paul Stewart, who had been assigned to work the Minnesota game. The Wings felt Stewart was antagonizing all season the Red Wings by deliberately targeting him for penalties and then threatening him with more. One player even claimed Stewart had challenged Detroit's Joey Koser to fights, and Detroit players were livid at Stewart for goading Steve Yzerman into 2 10-minute misconduct penalties during the 1990 season. Coach Jacques Demers also claimed that Stewart had verbally abused him and his players on several occasions. Now, during the Minnesota game, Stewart waved off an apparent Detroit goal in the third period, ruling that a Red Wings player was in the crease. Stewart then put the Wings at a 2-minute disadvantage during the game's final minute. Now, after Detroit lost the game, Gallant became enraged. Intending to get at Stewart, he was pinned to the boards by Bateman, who was trying to avert a confrontation. Struggling to break free and pursue Stewart, he punched Bateman with his left hand. Gallant immediately claimed he was actually trying to hit a Minnesota player standing behind Bateman. Gallant was given an automatic 3-gamer without the right of appeal. The league later reviewed the whole incident, but saw no need to increase his length of Gallant's suspension because it agreed that he hit Bateman by accident. Now, non-NHL awards and honors. P.E.I. Hall of Fame, well-deserved in 2001. Royal Bank Cup winner with Summerside as head coach. He was QMJHL All-Star third team in '83 with St. Jean Verdun, the playoffs points leader in '83 with Verdun, and the goals leader with 14 again for Verdun in the '83 campaign. Now, Gallant has done a lot off the ice for various charities. especially during his play days in Detroit, including work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Canada. Now, he was also an entrepreneur, owning a sporting goods store in P.E.I. during his playing days. Now, he was also named left wing on the all-time Verdun team by a CHL panel in '99. Now, I really don't know why the nickname Turk would be in there, unless it's something to do with the bar, or something to do maybe look Turkish. If anybody knows why he's called Turk, if there's any Gallant fans out there, and there's many, please let us know, and the fans know. Now, Gerard Gallant is probably one of the best what he call Acadian players out there, but I know for a fact his French is very to his own, so it's not really Quebecois Gallant, but a lot of Gallants are Acadians, and in my own family there's quite a few. But Gerard Gallant, again, great success with the Rangers this year. The only thing about Tampa Bay, it's hard beating any current Stanley Cup champion in the playoffs. Again, it's going to take a big effort, but again, Gallant has really done well with his charges this year, and he reflects a lot of Jacques Demers as well. If you see his coaching style, he's sort of, what you see is what you get. But I do remember him fighting an awful lot, and my dad would always say if he put down the fists, he's going to score 45 or 50 goals, because he can't score from the penalty box. We all know that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing here with our tribute to hockey players from the 1980s, let us know what you like, comment, subscribe, or share. Don't forget, requests are always appreciated and always considered. Have a good day.